Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to integrate Allure report to your testing project. If you don't know what Allure reports is, what you're looking at is an Allure report. It's this lightweight, very customizable, very flexible, but a very beautiful looking report that I really recommend. But most likely, if you're watching this video, you already know what it is and you want to know how to integrate it to your project. And in this video, we'll do just that. Let's start. I'd like to mention a couple of prerequisites. One, I'm using Visual Studio 2022 with .NET 6. So if you want to follow along with me and use the same technology that I'm using, just make sure you have Visual Studio 2022 installed and you also have .NET 6 installed in your computer. And the second thing is whenever you work with an Allure report, you need to remember that generating the report is made up of two parts. Part one is whenever you add the necessary dependencies to your project, Allure is going to track the results of your tests and it will create a folder called Allure results, which will contain a bunch of JSON files and text files that will contain the information necessary to generate an HTML report. However, it doesn't generate an HTML report automatically. You need to have Allure command line to turn those JSON files into an HTML file so that it serves you up the report in a nice format that you're seeing on the screen right now. Now, how do you install uh, Allure command line? It's actually very simple. If you're on a Mac, you can just use your brew. So the command would be brew install Allure, and it will install it for you. If you're on a Windows, it's also pretty simple. I will paste some information in the description to this video, how to install it on a Mac and on a Windows computer. And if you face any problems in the process of installing Allure command line, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out. So what you're seeing here is a sample NUnit project that I created using Visual Studio templates. Uh, it's just an empty sample test. It doesn't have much inside of it, and that's fine. We don't really need anything. So, but here's the process. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and open up Manage NuGet Packages, and then I'm gonna search for Allure here in the Browse section of my NuGet Packages. But I want to mention something. When you search for an Allure reports dependencies, you will most likely find two versions. However, one is deprecated. The last update on that one was last year, and they recommend you to use the new one. But at the time of this recording, they haven't yet released a stable version of their new NuGet package. So if you want to use the new one, make sure you have include pre-releases checked here in your Visual Studio, and then just find the one that's the newest. And it's actually right here, Allure and Unit. As you can see, it was released mm, literally a couple days ago here. And so I'm gonna choose this. And also we're gonna use Allure.NET Commons, which was also released very recently. And then just click Add Packages and wait until it's installed. Now once installed, we're gonna go ahead and open up our unit test class. And we need to let Allure know that we want Allure to track the results of this test class. And to do that, we need to add an attribute to this test class. And the attribute name is very simple. It's Allure and unit. And then make sure you uh, add the using statement and you're done. Let's go ahead and uh, run our test and make sure that Allure generates the Allure results folder that I mentioned to you earlier. Once executed, the Allure results folder should end up in your bin folder. Alright, so the test has successfully executed. Now let's navigate to the bin folder and see if it's generated Allure results folder. So I'm gonna right click on my solution and click on show in Finder. And I'm gonna open up the project, go to my bin folder, debug.NET 6, and then there you go. Allure results folder has been generated. So part one is complete. Now, as I mentioned earlier, now we need to turn this Allure results into Allure report with an HTML file that we can then open up and view the report. Well, how do you do it? It's very simple. I'm assuming that you ran your brew install Allure at this point and you have your command line installed. So just open up your terminal, navigate to this particular folder where Allure results is, and then simply run Allure serve. This should turn your Allure results into Allure report and should essentially open up an Allure report in HTML format using your default browser. There it is. It's loading. And there's your report. Now, obviously, we didn't add any information about the suites or the environment or the categories and executors, and this is the first run, so we don't really have any historical information to display. So that's why the information is limited. But if you want me to do another video explaining to you all the different attributes that we can add to our class and to our tests and populate all of this information, I can certainly do that. But as you can see, we were able to successfully integrate Allure reports with our .NET 6 testing framework and successfully generate a report. Now, uh, go ahead and try this on your own. And if you have any problems in the process, feel free to leave a comment and I will try to respond to you as soon as possible and help you resolve it. But this should do it. Thanks for watching, guys.